Hello guys, in today's video, we're gonna check out the best 7200 lenses in this year. I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I've tried to list them based on their price, quality, durability, and many more. To find out more information about these best 7200 lenses, you can check out the description below. If you want to get a best quality best 7200 lenses according to your needs, then watch the video till the end and then decide to buy. At the first position of our list, Sony FE 7200 f/2.8 GM OSS II. Considering the fact that Sony is quickly leading the march of mirrorless with their impressive array of cameras, it is to be expected that the company would make a really good 7200 lens. The Sony FE 7200 f/2.8 GM OSS II. Lighter than DSLR versions, this lens is trying its best to match the size of mirrorless gear, but it is still large. That being said, weight is reduced by about 29%, which may not seem like a large number. But when you're out in the field shooting for hours, you will feel the difference. There are lots of extra coatings to remedy common problems, such as chromatic aberration and smudges on the glass. The aperture blades make for an ultra-creamy book, something lots of photographers drool over. Moving on to the next at number 2 with Canon RF 7200 f/2.8 IS USM. Canon made a big name for itself with the sleek white 7200 lenses for DSLR cameras, which we will talk about below. So when they began shifting to mirrorless cameras, everyone was wondering what would become of the 7200. Instead of converting their current lenses, Canon completely redesigned the famous lens into the Canon RF 7200 f/2.8 IS USM. What is most impressive about this lens, and instantly noticeable, is the stature. This lens is the smallest 7200 lens you can find. Sized at nearly the same as many standard lenses, jaws drop when you see this lens. At only 5.8 x 3.2 inches, you can fit this lens anywhere. Canon has coated the glass of this lens with their brand new Air Sphere coating, which helps prevent ghosting while maintaining natural light. The dual nano USM focusing system makes locking onto your subject easy, even when it's moving pretty fast. There's even a control ring that can be configured to help you adjust any setting you set to it. The tripod collar can be removed as well. The number 3 position is held by Nikon NIKKOR Z 7200 f/2.8 VRS. Following Sony and Canon's suit as Nikon, making their own 7200 for their line of mirrorless systems. Much like Nikon's DSLR versions of this beloved focal length, the Nikon NIKKOR Z 7200 f/2.8 VRS also boasts layer after layer of coatings to help the glass bring out superb images. Chromatic aberration, flaring, ghosting, smudging, fringing, and other such elements are a long thing of the past with the various glass coat technology that Nikon has implemented. The internal stabilizer also helps eliminate human error like camera shake. What makes this lens super cool is the OLED lens information panel built directly into the lens itself, allowing you to take a peek at vital settings such as aperture, focus distance, and depth of field right on the lens. You can even see this screen in darkly lit places. Next at number 4, we have Canon RF 7200 f/4 IS USM, featuring many of the same perks as the f/2.8 version above. The Canon RF 7200 f/4 IS USM has a narrower aperture, so it's not as great in some low light conditions, but this little sacrifice does help with the budget and weight of the lens. Generally, lenses with narrower apertures weigh a bit less. This lens is weather resistant and will be able to withstand a lot of abuse. Great for sport or wildlife photographers. The optical stabilizer system allows you to, in a way, compensate for the narrower aperture by stopping your shutter speed down approximately 5 stops on a normal Canon mirrorless camera and up to 7 stops on a Canon mirrorless that has IBIS built in. The number 5 position is held by we have Nikon AF-S NIKKOR 7200 f/4 GED VR. The Nikon AF-S NIKKOR 7200 f/4 GED is a great lens to buy if you are on a slight budget and yet don't want to compromise on your quality of gear. Full-time manual focusing override allows you to switch from autofocusing to manual focusing even when autofocusing is engaged simply by turning the focusing ring. Built-in vibration reduction technology ensures up to 4 stops of image shake compensation, meaning You can use a shutter speed up to 4 stops lower than the usually recommended shutter speed as per the built-in light meter. That's a significant advantage, especially in low-light situations where you will struggle to capture enough light for good exposure. Nikkor's full-frame lenses are compatible with smaller crop cameras, DX format with a corresponding increase in focal length. Actually, what happens is that smaller DX format cameras use only the center portion of the image coming through a lens. It appears as if the image has been zoomed in. That has the same effect as increasing the focal length. The number 6 position is dominated by Nikon AF-S NIKKOR 7200 f/2.8 EF LED VR. The Nikon AF-S NIKKOR 7200 f/2.8 EF LED VR is a personal favorite. This pricey lens comes with an array of coatings and elements we'll take a look at. First, it has 6 extra low dispersion elements to take care of chromatic aberrations. Plus, it has fluoride and HRI coatings. To prevent the lens from getting easily smeared with fingerprints and grime, a fluorine coating has been used. Overall build quality is also much better. Weather-sealed magnesium alloy construction ensures you can use it in almost all conditions. Nanocrystal coating ensures that flares and ghosting are well suppressed. The lens also features a full-time manual focusing override for faster switching from auto to manual focusing. Another feature of the lens is that you can set it to focus either between infinity to 5 meters or over the full range of the lens. This feature is available on longer tele lenses. This is to assist in faster focusing of the lens and less focus hunting. Finally, the lens features 4 stops of image shade compensation. The extra price gets you better suppression of chromatic aberrations and better build quality. The lens sharpness is fantastic. It is sharp all the way. Indeed a major contender for the title of the best 7200 zoom lens. Moving on to the next at number 7 with Canon EF 7200 f/2.8 LIS Roman III USM. When a Canon lens carries the L moniker, it stands for luxury, and the Canon EF 7200 f/2.8 LIS Roman III USM is no exception. These are well-made lenses, much better than the standard non-L lenses. This particular lens comes with some features that should give you enough reasons to cheer. To start off, the lens has a nice 8-blade aperture diaphragm. The presence of fluoride and ultra-low dispersion lens elements ensures that chromatic aberrations are suppressed. In addition, the lens has a full-time manual focusing override, just like the 2 Nikkor lenses above. Like the more premium Nikkor lens above, this one too has a focus delimiter switch. The lens has 4 stops of image stabilization compensation in normal IS mode. This lens has yet another stabilization mode, IS Roman II. IS Roman II image stabilization on Canon lenses works in this way. On the flip side, however, you lose a bit of light as the lens maximum aperture becomes the equivalent of f/5.6, a loss of 2 stops of light. Overall build quality is nice. The lens features a dust and moisture-resistant construction for all weather use. This is one of the top 7200 medium zoom lenses out there. The number 8 position is held by Canon EF 7200 f/4 LUSM. Just like Nikon, Canon also has an f/4 version of the 7200 lens, which is the Canon EF 7200 f/4 LUSM. This one is a slightly cheaper version than the f/2.8 L above. You lose a stop of light, which can be a bit problematic in some situations. But more realistic pricing means you get more bang for your buck. Lens construction consists of fluoride elements along with ultra-low dispersion lens elements. Together they suppress chromatic aberrations quite well. The Canon EF 7200 f/4 LUSM lens is compatible with Canon's 1.4x and 2.0x extenders, just like the f/2.8 version. This extends the focal range of the range to up to 400 with a longer teleconverter. However, you also lose 2 stops of light. Resultantly, the f/4 lens will become an f/8 with the 2x teleconverter. Thus, tackling low light with the lens when you have a 2x teleconverter on would be a bit tricky. Next at number 9 we have Sigma 7200 f/2.8 DG OS HSM SPORT. Sigma is a third-party lens provider that makes equipment for nearly all of the camera brands. The Sigma 7200 f/2.8 DG OS HSM SPORT is a beast of a working lens. The maximum aperture of the lens is f/2.8, constant over the focal length of the lens. This is perfect for shooting in low light, especially when hand-holding the lens, as well as for shooting fast-action sports. What makes the sport version so special in comparison to other lenses is its impressive durability. You can smack this lens down on something and it will still survive. The best weather sealing around as well. A rainstorm won't stop this 7200 lens. The construction of the lens includes two FLD, F low dispersion glass elements, with a performance of the same standard as traditional fluorite lens elements. These, along with three special low dispersion elements, ensure better aberration-free images. The presence of super multi-layer lens coating ensures that ghosting and flares are suppressed. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by Nikon AF-S 7200 f/2.8e. This model can be called the best 7200 lens, especially since this is an improved older version that was quite popular several years ago. It has a number of high-quality elements inside, including one fluorite, 6 extra low dispersion, and 1 high refractive index elements. The design also features nanostructure coatings and is encased in a sealed shell cast from magnesium alloy that isn't too lightweight but provides good protection. The lens comes in its own protective case, has a reversible hood, and a rotating collar with a detachable foot. The latter is used to mount a camera on a tripod in a more stable position. It's important because such heavy optics shift the center of gravity away from the mount in the camera body. There is no doubt the quality of the optics is superb, but the price reflects that. It is a great option for a professional who expects long years of intense use. Amateurs, however, would be better off with a more affordable alternative. That's all for today. We upload camera and camera accessories review videos every single day. So, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon for the upcoming video notification.